Guys, welcome to Law with Kyle and Alex. Tonight's show is a very
Yeah.
special show. But first off, I just want to kick it off over to Alex. Alex, how's it going tonight?
Hey, it's always going good, especially on my end. Life is amazing. I can't beat the bushes and find a problem in life. I really can't.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. How about you over there, Kyle? What's
I am
going
feeling
on with you?
amazing. Did you hear Hamilton, the Broadway show, has been released on Disney Plus today, and fans are going
Oh
insane.
wow! I I guess you haven't seen Hamilton. I know I haven't. Have you seen it?
First time today I watched it. It was very, very good. It tells about Alexander Hamilton, about the whole Congress and how
Wow.
Jefferson came present,
Right.
whole history. So very, very. If you haven't seen it, you should totally check it
Yeah.
out.
I understand it's performed very well too, extremely well.
And it's all
Absolutely.
singing. No talking.
Mm.
It's all
No. Wow.
Yeah.
My goodness. Gee, now that's amazing. Even more amazing.
Trump is holding a 4th of July event in South Dakota and Washington, D.C., and is not requiring
Ooh.
face masks or social
Yeah.
distancing.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's kind of risky. Very, very risky, you know.
And after this, they're all going to go on a face mask mandate.
If they're able to, big.
So, as I mentioned on you, I mentioned to some people. I didn't mention on social wide media right now, but I was thinking about having trying to get some more, since the whole entertainment business kind of died, as you all
Yeah.
know. The country is completely shut down,
Yes.
and I can't go on and promoting stuff and bringing in people from different states to promote shows and stuff like that over in Tucson.
Right.
So I decided to do a drive-in dog show. So I told it's dumb. I
And
know.
dogs can drive now. Dogs are.
How-
Let me get this straight.
Yeah.
You expect dogs to drive in to your show?
No. People.
Okay.
People
All right.
buy
Just
tickets,
checking.
come
Just
out,
checking.
have
Okay.
cars in the round, and
Okay.
people watch just comedy of dogs. Anyways, I was training my dogs yesterday. I want you to look at this video, and it just comes out to a complete fail.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Yeah, check it out.
Stay. Sit. 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 What are you doing? Stay. Come on. Come on. No.
So the dog jumps over the fence, and then the dog runs around. It's a complete fail. Anyways. California is number 2 in the country right now into getting this virus, and how there's a massive spike over there for it. And they're hosting 4th of July events over there right now. They're going to have fireworks and huge displays and over there right now. And California is like number 2 in the country.
I can't believe that. I also heard that Vice President Pence's Secret Service they were held up after it was over, because they were held up because of the virus.
So
Is
Mike
that right?
Pence, as you may know, flew to Phoenix yesterday, or was it yesterday? Probably yesterday. Talked to the Arizona governor, Doug Ducey,
Mhm.
and they just announced today that I think it was 7 or 8 of their Secret Service men had to get pulled back. He was on his way to Florida today. He was supposed to be in Florida, and 7 people of the Secret Service men got stuck in Phoenix because they got the coronavirus.
Virus is messing up a lot of stuff.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Alex, we have a special guest today. You want to get that rolling, and let's chat?
Oh my gosh, do we have a special guest? I am really excited to talk to this gentleman. He is a world-class, award-winning Guinness Book of World Record holder, juggler, and comedian entertainer. He is fabulous. We have Mr. Niels Duinker. Please welcome Neil Duinker.
Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Really, really good.
Yeah, all right. You're looking good. Love your juggling, man. I absolutely love it.
So Niels, how'd you
Yes.
get started? What you do, and what do you do?
So I have a juggling show. I'm now in Ohio. I'm near Akron in a tourist town called Berlin, which is in Amish country.
Mhm.
And I'm here in the Amish country theater. And tomorrow we have one show. It's a very big theater, but we do social distancing. So we got cleared to do the shows. We operate like on 25% capacity. So to give everybody plenty of space and keep everybody safe and keep them laughing at the
All
same
right.
time. But like, so that's not ideal, of course, compared to last year. But compared to Broadway, Cirque du Soleil, and stuff, I'm just have a big smile on my face because I'm happy that tomorrow I can share my talent with select group of people that can come out to see the show.
Cool.
Yeah. I understand you won some gold medals for juggling and circus competing and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Like I started juggling when I was 12 years old. I loved it so much, so I've been practicing every day, and that's what I still do. It's besides my hobby, it's an awesome job to have. And so I set 8 Guinness World Records, and that's a good promo piece to get everybody into the building and amaze them.
Yeah. Hey.
Awesome.
All right. All right.
If you guys have any questions, you can also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but you can call us or text us. That number is 520-214-4439. You can interact with Neil and us and chat with us and talk with us and see what's up. I just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
Alex.
Yes, sir.
You had something to say?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say you performed pretty much Europe and Germany and pretty much quite a few
I've
places.
been to a lot of places. It's pretty incredible. When I finished college, then I started juggling full time professionally. So I was on board cruise ships on and off for like 8 years, and that took me to all over the world, to Australia, to the US. Like that's where I'm here now for 3 or 4 years. I'm loving it, and it's like all 7 continents, which is incredible, even Antarctica.
Ooh. Oh wow!
Incredible.
How'd you get into juggling? What made you want to be juggle?
Well, there used to be a street performing festival like in Rotterdam, and my dad took me there every year. It was just one weekend, but I loved it so much, and that was when I was a kid. And then I found a book on juggling, and I started practicing, and I really enjoyed it. So I kept on practicing, and then I joined the kids circus in Rotterdam. Practiced juggling every day with a bunch of other kids, and we did some shows just for like schools and nursery homes and stuff like that. And then it grew from there, and I'm 20 plus years later, I'm still doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You got your bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering.
That's right.
Do you still do mechanical engineering to this day, or are you mostly focused?
Well, not like that. I work for an engineering company or something, but I have my own line with juggling products as well.
Oh.
So when you get molds made and get those props produced, it's really handy to know what to look for. So in that sense, I'm still using it, but like not like in the traditional sense, like most of my friends from college.
Okay. Wow. Speaking of juggling, I saw you juggling cows. That was amazing. I've never seen that done before.
It's kind of funny because this theater is called the Amish Country Theater, and the stage set looks like a giant barn. And the show that we're gonna open on Friday, the evening show, is called Cowbell Catastrophe, which is kind of a ridiculous name for a show, but for this area and for the theme of this theater, it's a great fit. So for the show Cowbell Catastrophe, I'm gonna juggle 3 inflatable cows, which is it's kind of funny.
How big is it?
The cows are like 40 inches, so they're pretty reasonable size. They're big, so it's a very big, beautiful pattern. So it looks very impressive.
Yeah, I think Cow thought you were juggling real live cows with udders and milk and you were gonna milking them while you were juggling. I think
that would be a great trick, maybe for next year.
Hey,
you never know.
Speaking of juggling, how do you figure out what you're going to juggle? How do you come up with, well, I think I'll juggle a couple of houses tomorrow? You know? How do you come up with that?
Well, it's always with the shows. Like people always ask, how can we come up with new ideas, new inspirations? Like
Mhm.
So this is like working at this theater that looked like a barn and cows, and that was like a fit for that. But sometimes you study old juggling books or like the masses from before, and then you get inspired. Or sometimes you just walk around and you get an idea. So inspiration can come from everywhere.
Do you do magic as well, or just juggling?
I do a little bit of magic, but not as much, but just a little bit.
Okay, because
So in the show that I'm gonna do, my own show, like I have there's elements with music, elements with magic, stand-up comedy, but like the main thing is the juggling, of course.
how do you come up with your jokes?
Well, there's different comedy writing techniques. So sometimes you have like, for example, the cows. You can look for associations, like cow. You have beef. You have barn, and there's so many topics surrounded with cows and farms. So then you go with expressions. What are the funny things with that one? Like for example, I was like thinking when you joke with the cows, like you shake them around. So at the end, the milkshake joke. So there's so many associations, and then you do techniques. But the best jokes you usually come up with are right in the moment. Like you create a moment in the show, and then something just slips out and it's funny, and people get a big laugh, and they go, "Okay, that's great." You write it down after the show, and you try to recreate that moment for the next show. And that's why some of the best acts are also the ones that have been in the industry the longest, because the more shows you do, the better you get, because you have so many more opportunities for feedback from the audience.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think I understand you. One of your things where you say that gravity is a joke, and I
Yes.
think the way you juggle, you make gravity look like it really is a joke.
Exactly. That's why, like, my friend suggested that show title to you.
Yeah.
You do comedy, you do juggling very well. You make comedy a joke.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Fabulous.
How's life on the road right now? Is it like what's the life like on the road?
Well, actually, I was grateful. Like 4 years ago, I managed to stop touring all the time, like on the cruise ships. I was flying from one ship to the other all the time, and I got a little tired of doing so, like for 8 years. So then I had this opportunity to work in Pigeon Forge in Tennessee at the Comedy Barn Theater, which is the longest running comedy variety show in the United States. So,
Did you
I
say
just was
live?
a comedy variety show.
A variety. I'm sorry. I used to drive.
Yeah. So we had magic, juggling. So I was just living there and just stepping in my car, driving to work. So I had the benefit of performing, but also like the nice thing of like going home every night to your own home instead of like on the road. So, and then the other good thing is like I have the same deal here, but like beginning of the year, it's always slower in the tourist towns. So beginning of this year, I did like a tour throughout Oregon. So toured Oregon, different theaters, and then I came here and then do this resident gig for a bunch of months. So yeah, that was pretty sweet. So hopefully, who knows? The world is changing so fast, but it would be great if next year, if the world is safe enough and the opportunities are there to do a couple months of touring and then just come back to a resident gig. But like right now, the world, let's take it 1 month at a time.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah, for sure. So you hold a Guinness Book of World Records for is that juggling or is it something else also?
Yes, they're all juggling. So I set 8 Guinness World Records. And
8?
The first one that I
Whoa.
did was I juggled blindfolded the longest. So here in my show, I do a more dangerous version of that stunt. So I will juggle 3 knives blindfolded in the show live.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Wow. I do
People love it.
My kind of guy. I love it.
Everything you can get hurt on, people love it.
Yeah,
So,
that's
and
true.
then the record I'm most proud of is I did 14 cups. So I juggled 14 cups. That was the most objects in that category ever juggled.
You know, and you make it look so easy and smooth. It's like, I gotta ask you, do you ever drop anything and make mistakes? You look so perfect.
Yeah, you do. But then that's the great thing with the comedy juggling. So you have your pickup lines. So when you drum on, you have a joke to cover. And
Okay,
pick
right.
up the crowd.
Okay. But I can't see you ever dropping anything. You're so good, man.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
It does happen.
absolutely. Absolutely. But you're good, man. Really good.
What has been your favorite city so far since you've been on the road in America, at least?
My favorite thing,
City.
I would say like my favorite city. I think it's tough. It's so versatile. Like right now, like I'm here more in the country, which I love. It's like a slower pace. Always when I need inspiration. Las Vegas is amazing because there's so many great performers there. So you just can hang out with them, work on new ideas. New York was amazing, but like it's also like there's so many Dutch elements in New York City. Like Brooklyn is a city in the Netherlands, Harlem. Like there's so many similarities. So I recognize the Dutch influence. So I really like being there as well. But that's the great thing with the US too. So much versatility. Like this year I was in Sarasota. I was in Oregon. It's so many different landscape. Like it's amazing. It's real cool. So I think I enjoy so many places.
Have you ever came down to Arizona yet?
Only one time, but that was very short. I was in Vegas, and then I just made it across the state border. So yeah, like it was just the Grand Canyon area. So like it didn't look much different. But like I technically guys have been in Arizona, but not in any cities in Arizona.
Yeah. I also like the title, the hilarious juggling wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's a Dutch newspaper that called me like that? I was like, that sounds pretty cool. It makes it into my promo material.
I think it fits. It fits.
Yeah, like there was a journalist. Like, and I think like that the newspaper, and that was a legit one. That was like printed, like national newspapers. Like, and it was a good journalist. I was like, okay, that's legit. He saw the show. That's what he wrote. So I was like, I will take it.
I think I'll vote for you to be one of the next wonders of the world.
Thank you.
Definitely works for me.
Have you ever had your own residency in Las Vegas?
No, I did a couple shows there, and then not like a residency, but I did 3 years at the Comedy Barn in Pigeon Forge, which is an 800-seat theater. We did 2 shows a day, and now here. So yeah, different tourist town, but kind of same deal.
Right. So right now, how are you dealing with the pandemic now that people are locked up? Give us some tips on Niels' way to make things happy.
So I feel so happy, like just why I'm here, because it's in Amish country. So the Amish, like the pace of life is a lot slower, and like the Amish, they just stick with their own community anyways. So it's so spread out. So it's right now you don't see that many people, but then there's enough people that come to this tourist town to fill the audience with social distancing. So like I feel great for the fact that many of my colleagues, they unfortunately they have no space to practice and stuff. But like I'm lucky because I can go into this theater. We don't have that many shows, only now 2 days a week, but we still have some. But then the other times I can go into the theater and I can practice, and I have my computer, and there's a gym here in the hotel that's not being used by the tourists as well. So like it's so spacious here that like everything that I want to do, I can do in a safe way, because everything is so spread out here. So everybody can be safe, but we can still do our stuff. So I feel very fortunate to be in this area. And the other thing, what's interesting, a lot of performers that are been working on the cruise ships all the time, like on the cruise ships, when you're like all the sea days and stuff, it's kind of like being in a quarantine in your house. Like you have your computer, you have a bunch of books, and further you don't see that many, and you're like stuck at sea. So it's not you can go to the supermarket, to the shopping mall. You can go because you're stuck on the ship. So for 8 years, I had this training of being like isolated in my cabin on cruise ships during the sea days. So like it's actually funny because a bunch of my cruise ship entertainer friends, everybody goes like, well, everybody has a hard time dealing with it, but like we had a hard time dealing with it when we started our careers on board the cruise ships, and then we got used to it, And now it's like, okay, it's kind of annoying, but like it's still our own apartment is still larger than the cruise ship cabin that we had to, spend so much time in until you can go to the next port. So that's how I'm dealing. I'm dealing with it. Like it helps to have a big passion. So like right now, like my favorite thing to do is just to work on the show, and I can do that like with the theater, and like that's as an entertainer too, of an artist. You just have your vision, you work on this project. It's kind of like an isolated activity, anyways, until you hit the stage. But like the stage time is very small compared to the time that you practice and prepare for the show. So you go, okay, in that sense, not that much has changed because you're just working on the thing you're passionate about, and you do most of the time you do that in isolation, anyways.
Right. Yeah.
You have your own juggling workshop.
Correct. Yes. So when I was 13, I did my first juggling workshop live with the kids circus.
13.
Yeah, it
really?
was like just at the kids circus with my friends, and we just taught each other stuff, and then we went to like with the kids circus to playgrounds, and then we taught other kids how to juggle. So I've kept doing that, and it grew, and it's now like a team building activity that I do for corporate events, and also on YouTube. Like I have some juggling tutorials that are pretty popular on YouTube.
Now a workshop is that. Now that's amazing. I have,
It's
fun.
Fun.
I have threatened to learn how to juggle in my life. I've threatened to. I never made good the threat, but I am so awkward with that.
I would say pretty much everybody in an hour of practice, focus, and some dedication. Within an hour, pretty much everybody can juggle 3 objects. So
really, in an hour?
Yeah. So like if people too, they're bored at the house. If they put in YouTube, like learn how to juggle 3 balls, they will see my video right at the very top on the top 5 results. And if they watch the video, maybe get some balls of socks or something around the house. That's it. Like I explained in the video, and then within an hour you can juggle.
So it's on YouTube. You just search Niels Duinker.
Yeah, like that's the easiest. But like even if you just put in learn how to juggle 3 balls,
okay,
you'll see a thumbnail with my face, and you will find the video.
Okay.
One of your clients is Nickelodeon. Did you ever? What was it like working with Nickelodeon?
That was pretty cool. Like there was this category. So this child had a wish to learn a special juggling trick from me. So and then they reached out to me, and then I was teaching them the trick, and we did an episode on that one, and then it aired on national TV, and it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun.
Wow. Okay. How old are you now?
I'm now 34 years old, so I've been juggling over 20 years. But it takes about 10 years to learn juggling well, and then also it takes about 10 years to learn how to do a show well. So I feel ready now to start my show here, but like it's been a long road.
Is there something you would want to do that you want to do, or something, or some things that you want to juggle that you haven't, or something you want to do that you haven't, that you're looking forward to doing?
The big thing, what my goal is for many years, is just to do a full length juggling show in a tourist town, because I believe people can do it. Before Siegfried and Roy came to Vegas, even the concept of a full length magic show was not really a thing. Not in Vegas, but they introduced it, and there's now so many magic shows in Vegas. I think it can be done with juggling shows too, and I haven't seen it like as a full length show, like as a headliner spot in a tourist town. It's very rare, and I believe it can be done, and so that's been my big goal, and I'm now like kicking it up.
You know, that's you just hit on something that I never thought about. But you don't see juggling much anymore.
You don't.
It's
Correct.
You'll see a magic show, you'll see you'll see maybe a circus and a juggler once in a while within the circus, but you don't see a juggling act, period, kind of a thing, and that's what they do.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It is extremely sad, and I never thought about that until you just mentioned it. That I'm looking forward to you getting that going myself. A total juggling show.
It's too like so many kids they come to the show and they say, yeah, I saw it once on YouTube, but like it's
Yeah,
live, it's so much more cool. And so that's why like the Comedy Barn and these shows, they're not that common. There used to be a lot more variety shows, but when
yeah,
people come, like we have so many people that come back over and over and over because they just
right.
love it. And it's pretty rare. So yeah, I wish it was more in popular culture again.
And I think the way you juggle and the things you juggle are so different. Like the cows, who would think be juggling cows? But
Nobody, I've never
right.
seen it before. I've
I,
never seen it done.
when I saw it, I was amazed, and I would. I'm sure you're doing it, but I would also like to see you continue to do juggling different things. Like I said, juggle up about 3 or 4 houses, 2-bedroom apartments or something, something unique like the cows or
Yeah,
something, to bring the juggling back to the forefront of the world, because it needs to be in front of the world. And I think you're the man to do it because you're so good at it. And we need it. We need that kind of entertainment because
thank you.
people
Yeah, it's
do it.
been around for a long time. So like, it's innate to human nature, like to see somebody skillfully
Right.
throw and catch stuff. People love it to see other
Yeah.
people do skillful things. So
Yeah. I never noticed it till you said it, but it has faded, and it needs to come back. Go for it, man. God bless
thanks,
you.
man.
I'm
Thank
on
you.
your side, man.
Cool.
No,
Thanks.
pulling for you, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where can
This is
people
a
find
success.
you? Where can people find you? Where can they find your shows and such?
Well, like, if they want to see the show live, I'm performing all season, next season at the Amish Country Theater in Berlin, Ohio. If they're not in the area, or people, of course, nowadays not everybody can travel or want to travel. If you want to see me just on the internet, go to comedyjuggler.com and you can click to my YouTube channel from there, subscribe, and then you get tutorials if you want to learn how to juggle. I just filmed a bunch more, and also my show tutorials and uh, trailers and promo videos and so on YouTube. So if you go comedyjuggler.com, you can find all my videos.
And what is next for you?
Kicking off the show here next week. I'm starting opening my own show, and Friday we're opening the production show in which I will be juggle the cows. So it's going to be a very very busy week to do that, and also just to make like all because doing a show now it's a lot more work, like with cleaning the seats, keeping everybody safe,
Mhm.
the face mask, all that kind of stuff. So important, but it does take more work.
So your show is where now? Can you clarify that again? Where is your
It's
show and when is
it's
it?
an Amish country, Ohio, and the town
Mhm.
that I'm at, it's a smaller tourist town. It's between it's near Akron, so close
Mhm.
to Cleveland. Um, yeah,
And all of that's on your website and the show and
correct. Yeah,
everything.
if you click
Okay.
resident show, it will take you right to where the show here is live.
Okay.
Alex, you got any more questions for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a question. You wouldn't want to juggle a little something for us on the show, would you?
I
I
have
don't know if you have the
nothing.
room there or
I
anything,
have
but
nothing here with me.
okay.
I just left
Okay, just
well, like,
checking,
yeah, if people wanna see it, like go to the
yeah.
comedyjuggler.com website, and then they
Hmm.
can see the entire range of stuff, including the
Right.
cows.
Yeah. What is, well, you're not one that you're thinking about doing because you would give up a secret, but what is your most difficult thing to try to juggle that you've already done? That would it be the
Yeah, so
cows or?
actually that's cool too, because there's a big difference between magic and juggling. The reason what I love about juggling, there's
Mhm.
no secrets to it.
No secret? Really?
It's just practicing
Uh,
the throws and the
oh,
catches.
yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So
Mhm.
there's no hidden thing. Like it's not like if people looking from behind, they can see how it's done.
Right.
We want people to see how it's done because I
Right.
spent 10 years to learn it. I want them to know. That's the problem
Right.
usually. People think it looks so simple. They have no understanding how
Yeah.
difficult it is. Like magicians don't want people how it's done,
Right.
but jugglers are totally cool. We want people to know how we do it, how difficult it is, because the more they realize it, the more respect we get for it.
Sure.
And we'll teach them how to do it. That's
yeah, we can be open. You can like, here's my props, inspect them. It's all cool. There's no trickery, no fake.
No smoke and mirrors and stuff.
Correct.
That is so true. You're bringing some things to my mind here that I never think simple, but I never thought about.
Juggling and magic. So people like even the mentality of juggler performers versus magic performers is a different way of thinking.
Yeah. Right.
Different character traits of the people too.
Is there any pyro in your show?
And what?
Pyro? Pyrotechnic?
Not in this show, but there's other special effects. There's a tons of special effects. Like I have juggling props with LED inside, and they so it's even that cool that I when you juggle the clubs, the sensors in those clubs, they know the position in the air. So they create like patterns so it looks like the clubs they're on fire, and then they turn into water and stuff. Like it's real cool. It's like really high end special effects LED clubs.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well,
all right. Well, Alex, you got any more questions?
Yeah, I got a comment. I just want to say the way your show that I've seen in your juggling, you just make people want to learn how to juggle because it looks so good and you do it so well. And
thank you. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's like the fun that I have with it. I just want to spread that fun because I know how good it is for people's health, for people's happiness. And I think especially nowadays, people need that. So.
Oh yeah, we need it desperately.
So learn how to juggle. Like it's very good. Like it's also like if you're scientifically proven, if you juggle, your brain is so busy with juggling, so you cannot think of something else. So it's impossible for your brain to juggle and to worry at the same time.
Good point. Now, that's a good point. Wouldn't you? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. But wouldn't juggling be good for people for their brain health, that they may be deteriorating or something, or
it's good for everybody.
Dementia or something.
It's good for hand-eye coordination. It's good for like building new connections in your brain. There's a rhythm to it, the way you throw and you catch, and then the patterns that you create in the air. So it's a very, very healthy activity. Like it's also like a little exercise that you can do, like just anywhere. All you need is like 3 beanbags. So you can do it in your house. You can do it behind your office. Get some more oxygen in your blood. Like it's also like when you juggle like 10 minutes and then you need to make a more difficult decision. There's a little bit more oxygen in your blood, so you have more thinking power. You're fresh. So it's very, very healthy.
All right. Thank you,
great
Niels.
It's a great activity.
Yeah, sounds like it. You make it look good.
Thank you,
Niels. I appreciate you coming on the show with us today.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
I really appreciate you.
Probably have you perform here in Tucson here once things clear
up.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, hopefully like the world can go back like in a safe way that everybody can enjoy their previous lives again.
Right. Yeah.
If you want to see Neil perform, he is located right now in Berlin, Ohio at the Amish County Country Theater. And you can find him on comedyjuggler.com. Niels, thank you once again. We greatly appreciate it.
Extraordinarily. Thank you, Niels. Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Hey,
bye.
God bless. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. So, Kyle.
Yes.
I understand. What are we doing? This is Monday. What are we doing Monday? Do you have somebody for Monday?
Today's Friday, not Monday.
I said, Monday. What do we have for Monday?
Oh, I'm sorry. They said today was Monday.
Well, you just heard the Monday part. Yeah. So
Monday we have another entertainment guy. He's actually his name is Jack Foreman. He does a lot of entertainment with he's got his own basically booking company. He's going to talk about how he books the artists and stuff like that. He works with ICM and a bunch of other industries. And then Friday night we also the 10th we have a very special guest. He comes all the way from the Coca-Cola factory area.
Oh yeah, right.
He's going to talk to us about the Coca-Cola Trail. So that should be a very interesting topic on that as well. And then so on and so forth. Once again, you can find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope is where we're broadcasting on every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. So go share it with your friends, go message it, go watch it. It's going to be a fun show.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else, Alex? Anything else?
I was thinking about something, weren't you? I heard a rumor that we were working on a special guest. Do you want to talk about it?
I'm
Right
not
now?
ready quite yet, just because I haven't really confirmed with the guy yet.
Okay, but we are working on some. We are working on someone that is so amazing. I am amazed that there's a big interest in this particular person that's been around forever is interested in our being on the show, and we can't talk about it now, but I did want to say that. Yeah. So look out. Yes.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching, and
really appreciate you guys. Good night. Have a good one. Love you guys.